Man, now I gotta go like two places. I gotta change my car insurance.
What it do, y'all, man. You know what day it is, what time it is, man. This is Sports Talk Raw, where we smoke, we drink, we keep it real, and we tell you how we feel about these sports. You dig? It's your man Chrome in the building on this Monday, man. I just got off work, you know what I'm saying? I ain't got time to put on a shirt, but you know what? I got time for these sports. So we about to get it in. So I'm feeling great. I'm feeling good. We waiting for the rest of the fam, but we got a couple of the fam will come in here, you know what I'm saying? Not everybody, but we still gonna rock. Mannie, you just got here, so Trizmo. How are you, man?
Oh man, I'm blessed to be here. Got some new fresh looks on today for everybody, and
Are those
shit.
prescription?
Nah, these are Jason's.
Wow.
Uh,
He didn't say the no. These are Jason's. Go ahead.
but yeah, man, I'm just getting off the slave ship too. Look, rocking. I ain't gonna worry about that, but I'm ready to get it, man. It was all good news today, man.
Okay. You gonna throw Manny to alley oop?
Nah, he can come up here whenever you're ready.
Ah, snaps. Manny, man, sounds cracking.
Hey, what it do, people? Happy Monday. Hope you had a great holiday. You feel me? Some big things happen in sports today, so ready to get it. I was playing Mortal Kombat. I ain't even hear my phone go off, so but I'm here. You feel me?
It's all good. Like Spider-Man, everybody gets one. Everybody gets one. Yeah, all right. It's all good though, man. We just pretty much gonna give you guys a review over Sunday, man. We will go over a couple of scores. It was cracking today, man. You know, shout out to the hometown Las Vegas, how it goes down. So, you know, we'll keep it short and sweet, but very informative. You dig? And we're gonna just, you know, talk about the couple fights a little bit, you know what I'm saying? Not go too crazy. But before we do that, you know, we are smoking, we are drinking. Actually, I'm not drinking tonight, but I am about to spark something crazy, you know what I'm saying? Some super boof with some moon rocks inside of it. Trizmo, what are you sipping on? Something? What you smoking on, brother?
As of right now, I'm drinking some good old Jack Daniels, old
Ooh,
number 7, and
okay.
then I was chiefing on this amazing combination of like 4 waxes that I just found around my house. I did that cabbage patch, put it together, and this is what came out.
I see. It is working. It is working swell. Manny, what you on the H2O?
Yes.
Back on it? Okay.
Yep.
No mad
I
at
think
you.
that's your code word for meth, H2O.
No, you just say ice.
Hard water, ice, H2O. I know. I see what it is. I see the connection.
Mm-mm. You don't see me grinding my teeth in outside in biker shorts and the tank top, sir.
I don't know about this. This might be some new futuristic meth. I'm not updated on all that
It's
stuff going,
it's
my
the
nigga.
it's the same F.
He said it's the same F. Y'all
I don't know,
bugging.
dog.
Fuck.
I've never done that. Or like for real, for real.
I
Well,
tried it
let's
once
start
or
with this.
twice. It just put me to sleep.
Wow.
You do drugs wrong.
You
You
know
do
what?
drugs wrong.
We're gonna talk about this sports talk raw for reals. We're gonna talk about this when the show's over. Let's go back to the hometown shit though, you know what I'm saying? Let's get out of Manny's personal bag and let's get into some hometown shit, man. Let's go ahead and start with these motherfucking rebels, you know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna start with our undefeated ladies, you know what I'm saying? They are 6-0, man. They smashing out there. They play North Arizona next. They actually play them on the 29th, so not tomorrow, but I believe that's Wednesday. But our last game, we just smacked up. I think it was San Diego USD or South Dakota. My fault. 93-56. So you know, ladies is on a roll. Shout out to them, you know, ladies rebels. You know what I'm saying?
They almost doubled them.
Is we ranked yet?
They
Are we
still
ranked yet?
ain't put the number next to our name yet, but it's all good. We're gonna keep fighting for that respect, and when we get it, we're gonna stand on their necks. I promise you that.
That's ridiculous.
It is ridiculous.
Hey man, that we should get a straight draft line to the aces, dog. Since they're here, like they should get first, like always choice, not even like a draft pick.
That makes
Yeah,
sense.
Like since
But
you play for UNLV, you have the Aces have the option to
I'm pretty
pick you
sure.
up just straight out.
I'm pretty sure every hometown team that has their home team would do that, but no, that's
yeah,
just can't happen.
right.
It can't happen. But
First
talking
off,
about
I don't think no one else could get the same shits that we got because we're different.
yeah, but there's definitely other female hoopers out there throughout the whole nation too. So I mean,
Yeah.
and we have some dope females, but I don't know if we have the dopest female. What's her name? Sedeska, is that her name? Who's that? Who's the one out there?
Boy, every name I was about to say, I'm like, that's a totally different person.
Nah, they call her the female Steph Curry.
Are you talking about Caitlin and Iowa?
Yeah, that's what I was talking about.
Ayahuasca. Caitlin Ayahuasca.
Yeah, ayahuasca. So I would no disrespect to UNLV, but I would be trying to snatch her up first.
Nah, man, she ain't shooting like that this year.
Yeah, she's always shooting like that. She's always she is. Staying on UNLV though, y'all. Our men ain't doing too swell, man. We play tomorrow against Akron at 7:00. We -2.5. So let's see if we can cover this, because last time I betted on them, they ain't covering, and they got their ass whooped, and they were like -15 or something crazy. So yeah, we play Akron coming up, but I think we are at the house, you know what I'm saying? So come on, UNLV men, let's go ahead and get this streak together. Let's get it popping, you know what I'm saying? And let's go ahead and try to keep up with what them ladies doing. You feel me?
They need a new coach.
This glasses is hella dirty and shit.
Because man, he put him in chicken grease at the job and then put him on his face.
I can tell, nigga, that shit. I really couldn't even see the no screen or nothing.
Well, they ain't prescription neither, and you wear prescription, so that probably is a problem.
Yeah, man, you got to do the math, man. Got to do the math. It'll add up. But staying on UNLV before we get away from it, our men, we did lose, but we lost. But Mannie, tell them some good news about the loss.
So even though we lost, they went to the computers, and the computers said that we are still number one, and we host the Mountain West championship game against Boise. So basically, what happened? San Jose State basically kept themselves out of the championship game, because if they beat us by 20 points or something like that, then the computers would have gave it to them and they would have played in the championship game. So with their coach only, just want to beat us by 6, it kept us there. So shout out to the coach of San Jose State for being a dummy.
And thank you. With that being said, that leaves us in the Mountain West Championship game to host the Mountain West Championship game over here in Raider Stadium, and we play in Boise. That game goes down on the 2nd.
So wait. What you're saying is, since they didn't score a gang of points on us, even though they won, they're not making it to the championship?
Yeah. Because the reason it's like that is a 3-way tie for the conference record of 6-2. We never played Boise, so we can't have a tiebreaker between Boise and us. So the computer generated for us to be number one. So shout out to the computer.
Shout out to the computer. Let's get it, man. So Boise is -2 on that game, which makes me even more happy, just so I can go ahead and attack that plus. But Boise 7-5, we're 9-3. We at home. We got one loss at home, but I think we're gonna bounce back, and we almost could have came back and won that game. We just got to stop slipping in the first half, gentlemen. Stop coming alive the second half. Play a whole game, and you guys won't even have to really worry about doing this comeback shit. You know what I'm saying? Defense, step it up, man. Make it a little easier for the offense. You know what I'm saying? 37 points still is a lot of points to give up. In my defensive eyes, I'm more of a defensive guy. So, I mean, I know it is college too, but come on now.
Boise started playing better after they fired their coach earlier this season too. And
we'll get to that in Trizmo and see if that'll happen to the same. But that's later on in the show.
Later on
in the show. I think Wednesday we'll go over more of the bowl games. You know what I'm saying? This is more of just a review. You know what I'm saying? We're just giving little hits at it. So we'll go over all the championship games and shit. But go ahead, man.
So yeah, it's gonna be busy this weekend. That we're just gonna say that it's gonna be busy this weekend.
Busy. And shout out.
We'll talk more about it Wednesday. But it'll be busy this weekend.
Okay. Keeping it hometown, y'all. You know how it goes down, y'all, man. I'm talking about these Golden Knights, man. I'm gonna go over a couple hockey scores, give y'all some scores for these hockey games, and talk about these Golden Knights. But right now, we are tied with the Calgary Flames 1-1. It's 12 minutes in the third period left, so we almost done. I will keep y'all updated throughout the game, but we are away too. But we need to get this dub and get back on this streak. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man.
Definitely.
I'm still confused about. Well, I get it, but I'm glad they're getting rid of college football. That the CB, like, man, they might as well go to like college basketball, have like 64 teams in there, and they can let everyone play
It's going to
the
be
champion.
12, sir. That's the last year of the college playoffs. It's going to be 12
No,
next year.
that's why I said they might as well go up to 64. Fuck it.
No, because college don't do like NBA. The college doesn't. And football doesn't do like the basketball. The basketball doesn't have a Division II. The football does, and
And plus,
basketball is all Division I.
I don't care.
and that's you have to have like less teams for that. It'd have to be like, I mean, how many rounds is that? 5 rounds, 4 or 5 rounds.
Yeah.
But,
So yeah, man, that ain't bad. There's a hell of basketball teams. You can easily do it with 60.
I mean, yeah, but I wouldn't want to see that. But I would want to see the top 10 to 12 teams. You know what I'm saying? Throughout the whole college. You know what I mean? Get up in there, man, and really let it go down, like, you know what I mean, like it should be. So I'm all for it. I'm glad they got to do it, and it's about motherfucking time. You know what I mean? I'm telling you, I'm about to go back and play college just to get the check, player.
Hey,
No,
there were some 50-year-olds that already went back and played, so you could be right there.
Hey, Mannie, fuck you. All right.
That's what I'm saying, dog. You gonna go out there, nigga, with some Milax out there? What are you gonna try to do? Get loaded?
Try to play me so slick and just look up and say, now I'm like, hold up, man. I don't know how many we got out there when they watch this, but listen, ain't 50. But let me go over a couple of these scores, man. You know what I'm saying? The Bruins right now, they lost to the Blue Jackets 5-2. The Sabres beat the Rangers 5-1. The Panthers 5-0. They beat the Senators. Trizmo, they might be sending some love your way. The Avalanche beat the Lightning 4-1. These games are in progress right now. The Golden Knights are playing the Flames. Like I said, they're tied 1-1, 10 minutes left in the third. And the Sharks are beating the Capitals right now 1-0 in the second period, 14 minutes. So, you know, that basically kind of just started. You can watch that. But I'd really watch that Golden Knights game because that's where it's at right now.
We're playing. Nah, nothing.
Nothing? Okay, let them breathe in. Keeping it pushing, you know what I'm saying, y'all. Let's talk about a little boxing, man. There were some boxing matches, man. You know, they were all dope, good fights, way better than the Shakur card, if you ask me. But we'll start at the second undercard, the Benavidez.
But before we get into it, Jason let us know that he got offered tickets to the fight, but he had his little get together, and you know, but he was offered tickets to the fight.
I got offered tickets to the fight too, but I was at work, so I couldn't go. So we both could have been there, you know what I'm saying? So yeah. But
I didn't get offered tickets at all.
Well, if you was on good standings with your ex-boss, she would probably offer you the tickets.
First
that's
off,
who offered Jason the tickets.
I'm on great standings with her. I have no problem with her at all.
She has a problem with you, sir.
I can't do nothing about that. That is not my problem. I can't do nothing about that.
Well, look.
All right, let's go into the boxing.
We're boxing. So undercard, we had Charlo. Charlo came in a little bit heavier than normal. You know what I'm saying? He came in 3 pounds heavier than he was supposed to, and then he came back and weighed again. I heard he was even heavier than when he was the first time. So he was way bigger, man, when he was fighting Benavidez, his brother, but he still whooped him out, man. You know what I'm saying? He was standing right in front of him, walking into his punches, man. So that was a good fight. Manny, how you feel about the fight? And then we'll talk about the card.
It was okay, but he needed to just go ahead and fight Plant because you can't let nobody slap you like that and the world see it and you not handle your business. So this was just This was just a
This is the
unnecessary fight.
year,
He should have fought Plant.
dog. This is the year where it's okay that you can get slapped, and people are gonna say you're the bigger person.
No, it's never
Sure.
okay for you to get slapped.
I know this.
Ever, never. And I totally agree with you, Manny, 100,000%, man. I would have called him out like, I want to fight Caleb. You know what I'm saying? Or if I was
Right.
Caleb, I would have stood up like, hey, fight me, unless Caleb don't want to fight no more. You know what I'm saying? I don't know where he's at right now. If he's in the drawing
But
board or
but I heard that he says he wants to go to 168 and fight Caleb. So
okay. Well, that would be dope. I mean, shit, he was already what one? I think he was supposed to was 160. I think he was like 163 or 166 or something like that. So and he was damn near right there, anyways. You know what I'm saying? And he was way bigger than him. But that was a cool fight. But going on to the main event, we had two undefeated fighters. You know what I'm saying? But Andre that came like he moved up about a weight class or two, I believe. And from 160 to 168. And at the beginning, it was good, man. But throughout the fight, as you can see, man, he started catching those shots, man, those heavy shots, man. And they start to become a little bit too much for him. And
God, he just ate that.
Yeah, he ended up going to his corner, and the ref was kind of questioning it, and he was like, the boxer.
This is bad.
He said, I'm good. But then his trainer was like, nah, we're done, man. We're done.
Yeah.
On the towel. So
what I'm seeing right here is that
because at first, the first couple of rounds, I'm like, okay, Andrea, you're out there, you trying to really do something. And then Benavidez just was like, it's like a boo-boo. Let me show you something.
like
start
this,
putting
I
them
didn't watch
needles
the
on
fight,
him.
but I'm watching these highlights right here. Something has to be wrong because he is literally cocking back, loading it, and he's not moving.
You know what it was though, Mosky, actually watching the fight. Those when you get hit with a hard punch that hurts, it changed your game plan. And Benavidez was hurting him with his punches. Like it wasn't too many of them, but the ones that really connect was hurting him, and you could look in his eyes where he had fear in his eyes on them punches.
I totally agree with you, Manny. Especially after that first knockdown,
Mm-hmm.
you could tell that he was hurt. It wasn't
No,
the fact
yeah, because
he was hurt.
what I'm seeing right here, that's what I'm saying. Maybe something like he was hurt or something. That's what I'm saying. He wasn't
he
getting
was
out
hurt.
those punches. Yeah, it looked like something was wrong. Those punches looked like they hurt, and he wasn't moving. Like I didn't watch the fight, but what I'm seeing right there, I'm like, hold on, dog, you're staying on the line. He's not getting off center line, and he's just eating those shots. Like I'm like, hold on, like something must be wrong while you're not moving.
Now
I don't know how you made it to this level without moving off the center line at all.
I mean, no, he was moving around, man. You can't really judge him off those highlights right there. You got to see the whole fight, and he was moving around at the beginning, but once he got caught, it was a little different. And then once you get caught like that, you have to fight. Now you can no longer bob and weave.
I can see he's moving, but he's not moving off that center line. Like, well, I didn't watch the fight. I am going off highlights.
Right.
So
right.
Yeah.
So I'm saying before we go out who he called out. Do you think he won that fight because he was a better boxer, or do you think he won that fight because he was a bigger boxer?
He won that fight because he had better power punches. When a punch hurt, it changes the other boxer's whole game plan. When Sugar Shane said when he fought Pacquiao, he said he had a game plan. He said when he first felt Pacquiao's right and the power that came behind that, he said he'd never been hit that hard ever in his boxing career, and it changed his whole game plan for the rest of the fight. He said the only thing he wanted to do was not get hit by that right ever again. So
Tyson said it best. Everyone has a game plan until they get hit in the mouth.
when somebody hits you and they hit hard,
and stuff goes out the window.
A hard punch will make you second guess your career in boxing. For real.
Yeah.
Facts.
That's why I don't think it's cool that like you're trying to go in there and fight and hurt, dog. All right. There's some real shit on this line. Besides just your title, dog. You may not remember this fight 10 years from now. Like,
right. Rattle your noggin.
Right, noggin.
Like, you be over there pissing blood and you lost. Like, what was the perfect? Like, you just put your boy.
That's
So
why I'm
look,
not a boxer.
so he won the fight, man. I believe at like what after 6th, 7th round, something like that. And then he said he wants to fight Canelo, give the people what they want to see, man. So I would like to see that. That's a good fight, man. But they haven't lined it up yet. But just while we're here talking about it real quick, who do you think would win that fight if they fought? You know what I mean? Right now, I'm gonna go with Canelo, you know what I'm saying? Just
I'm
because
gonna go with Canelo too. Even though
just
Benavidez has a good hard punch, I think Canelo just punches way harder than
Yeah,
Benavidez.
I'll be the other person. Last couple of times I see Canelo, he has not looked that sharp to me at all. So I think I'll give to Benavidez. Why not? Because Canelo's not moving like he used to. He's like the
But he
trades that he's
but he
doing. It's
still he still punches really really hard.
I'm not arguing that. That's all stone hands. That's what I'm saying. But it would not surprise me if he took one that he shouldn't have and loses. Because like his last fight, Chrome, you weren't that convinced of it that he won anyways.
Yeah, that's
nah,
true.
I wasn't convinced that he won. Canelo
Well, against
dominated
Charlo, he did dominate that fight against Charlo though.
his last fight. Yeah, I was definitely
He did,
convinced.
but
Only fights that he ever lost was the ones that he lost. I never thought that he was barely won anything. And the only Triple G was like the only shit that was maybe ever iffy, especially on the other end of Triple G shit. You know what I'm saying? But they was just really made great for each other. They're a great boxing match. They could be made good for the a great match too, because they both hard hitters, heavy hitters. You know what I mean? But I just think Canelo is quicker, and that's why I would give the edge because I see, like you said, you see him just loading up. Once he loads up, you know what I'm saying? It's like, he loads up and misses because Canelo make you miss.
Yeah. You shouldn't be able to load up like that on somebody, like another professional. Like, hey, I'm gonna punch you in your face. Watch, it's coming from my right hand. Bow!
yeah,
Told you.
it's
You shouldn't be able to do that.
just like cards. I can tell you every card that I have in my hand, but you can't play them cards like me. So I can tell you that I'm going to punch you, and it's your job to not let me punch you. But if you let me punch you, then it's on
That's
you.
on you. Yep. But Canelo's definitely a better fighter than just to sit in the pocket and be like, ugh. But who knows though? I like Canelo, but I don't know. I just feel like he's vulnerable.
I'll look
I
at
just
it.
feel he's
I'll watch it.
vulnerable.
Huh? You would what?
I'll watch it.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, we were just talking about it.
That was never in debate.
I don't necessarily think there's any bigger names out there really for him to fight. He could try to run it back with the dude he lost in heavyweight, or the head dude from heavyweight. Might said he want to come down.
Yeah, I don't want to see that.
See a rematch, but I would way more want to see him against. You know what I'm saying? Oh boy,
You know what match I would love to see?
What?
Charlo against Charlo.
Oh, why you
Brother against brother. Who gets the last chicken?
Oh wow!
I mean, I'm not gonna say they're not entertaining fighters because I've seen worse, but I don't know, man. I don't know.
I would watch it just because it's brothers. But besides that,
you know who get the last piece of chicken? Because brothers always fighting over the last piece of chicken at the kitchen table.
Trying to turn their whole family against each other. That's fucked up.
For real.
I'm just saying. They do it in football. They do it in basketball. Let's do it in boxing.
Over some chicken.
Oh, that's right. Damn. All right. Well, shit. Going on from the boxing, he just mentioned basketball. So let's talk about some basketball real quick, man. We got some in-season tournament games tomorrow. That's tomorrow. We're gonna talk about today. We had a couple games going on. I'm gonna start with the Lakers, man. I wish Unc was here so he can give me some excuses for this, man. But actually, I ain't gonna start with the Lakers. I'll start at the bottom with the Jazz, man. The Jazz actually did their thing at home, man. They beat the Pelicans 114 to 112. Zion had 26, but Clarkson.
That was the last game of the night.
Yeah. The Wizards, they beat the Pistons 126-107. Kuzma had 32. Cade Cunningham had 26. The Blazers beat the Pacers. Damn, this is like underdog city. I think that's like 3 underdogs that won today. Mm-hmm. Grant had 34, man. He be hooping. Tyrese had 33. Of course, we know about him, but Jeremy Grant be actually in Portland doing his thing.
Yeah, he is Yes, Jeremy Grant is a good pickup for the Blazers, for the Trailblazers.
Boy, I don't know how I feel about Jeremy Grant, dog.
Tell us how you feel.
I don't think he's really that good. Like he has good moments.
Nah, he's been leading that team pretty much, man.
Yeah,
Especially,
Wait,
he's
where do you lead that team to?
huh?
Where they go?
I don't know. I don't know what they're 5-12, so they probably down there towards definitely the bottom of the West. But
He ain't leading nowhere.
I'm just saying he's leading the team. Somebody got to do it. You know what I mean? And it ain't the fact that
he was a good pickup. He was a good pickup. Even when Dame was there, he was pretty
Like
decent.
he's a good. I think he's a good role player or supporting player, but I don't think. Yeah, besides that, I don't.
Man, nigga.
I'm not saying he's a superstar, like a superstar marquee player, but he is a decent sound player for any team he goes to. I'm pretty sure that the Lakers would love to have him on their squad.
Look, he put him on the Kings, man. I think we might get over that hump this year if he was on the Kings.
Yeah, like he's a very good pickup to have on somebody's squad.
Mm-hmm. Definitely.
He can't carry. He's like a same thing I'm saying. He can't
he's
carry.
Like a Hito Turkoglu. He's like a Hito Turkoglu, Peja Stojakovic type player.
Right.
Yeah, he can't carry it, but he's a great
player.
He's a great support. Yeah, we said it. We're saying the same thing.
Yeah. He does thing, and that Page is one of the best shooters of all time. So next game we got the Lakers.
He should have sprinkled it on his son because his son ain't there yet.
Who's Stojakovic?
No, Peja.
Yeah, that's Stojakovic. His son is who's his son?
He got a son that plays basketball.
Oh damn. It's hard to live up to one of your father's name when they one of the greatest.
He's still a shooter though. I just wanted to say that. No, his son got remnants of his dad.
Not one of the greatest shooters of all time. I can't believe you're really trying to still go on with that.
What'd you say?
You talking about Peja?
Stojakovic is not one of the best shooters of all time. Is that what you said?
Yes.
Oh my God, go to sleep, bro. Go to sleep.
Okay.
Okay. All right. So, if what is he not top 5?
I'd say maybe top 10. I would never put him in the conversation for greatest of all time. Is my point. Not saying he was good. It would never be in my conversation of greatest of all time.
One of the greatest of all time 3-point shooters. Yes, him, Larry Bird, Steph Curry. Who else was a crazy 3-point shooter? Reggie Miller, and then I could
James Harden.
Yeah, James
Ray
Harden.
Allen.
Ray Allen.
There's so many.
Boom. I'm saying you can probably push him back.
Like, man, yeah, I'm not trying to say he wasn't good, but not great.
I would personally, I wouldn't put him over Steph, of course, but I would put him before Clay. But that's just me. I don't know.
I'll put him before Clay.
Yeah, you feel me? It's definitely debatable. It's definitely debatable. All right, some more scores. The Lakers got smacked out by the 76ers, 94-138, man. Embiid had 30, 11, and 11. That equals a triple double, my friend. And Anthony Davis had 17 and 11, but obviously that wasn't enough, man.
And LeBron James has broke another record.
What do you do,
Most minutes played by NBA player.
See, and man,
he had 18 and 5.
People want to say they want to count his longevity. That's just something that happens. He's played more minutes than anyone ever.
He's played 20 years.
And fell off. There's been not a lot of players. There's been players that played more than 20 years.
Longevity matters. Ooh. That shit matters. And there are players that played that long ass time. Vince Carter played pretty long.
Who has played consistently?
His level.
Consistently played for 20 years. You could be in the league for 20 years.
Add more words into it, but that's what we weren't talking about that at first. You added more words into it.
No, who has consistently played at LeBron's level for 20 years? Nobody,
baby.
Yeah.
So of course he's going to break scoring records. He's going to break minutes records, all that kind of stuff, because he consistently plays.
No, it's because he's the best.
Vince Carter played for 22 seasons.
Categories. Scoring,
Vince Carter
yeah.
played for
Body,
22.
yeah.
Listen, Vince Carter played for 22 seasons, but he wasn't consistently
Because his
playing.
body wasn't up there at the best. LeBron's at the top of all categories.
That's why I say consistently. You can play longer, but you have to play consistently. That makes a difference. If Vince Carter played consistently for 22 years and was a starter and was playing like LeBron, he would have broke all them records.
Yeah, but I don't understand the point you make. If anyone did that, but you can't. You're not him.
Yeah, that's the only reason he did it, because he's consistent.
Consistent and reliable.
Like Tom Brady. Just consistent.
Ability, and for the most part,
but they also spend over $1 million on their health regimen a year, so that goes into it too.
Yeah, what did you say? I missed the last part.
They spend over $1 million on their health regimen a year, so that also goes into their longevity.
Right, and as you should, if you make millions of dollars a year and your body is what makes you that money, you should definitely invest some of that money, if not a lot of that money, maybe a large part of that money into that body to make sure that shit keep going, if not getting better. Well, we got one more game too. We got the Nuggets and the Clippers right now, man. The Nuggets and the Clippers are tied in the third right now. 5 minutes left, 70-70. So that's the last game that's on tonight. That's probably a good game cracking. So depending on when we get out of here, I might jump on that one next. So I do believe that the Clippers, I forgot that the Clippers were minus or plus at the beginning of this game. But yeah, 70-70 right now, cracking. The Golden Knights are still tied up 1-1 right now with 1 minute and 55 seconds left. So we might be in overtime, y'all. So like I said, I'm gonna keep y'all updated on that thing for sure. Going to the NFL, Mannie, dude, did I finally go under 500 for the first time this season? Because I was just looking at the wins and the losses. I'm like, bro, I don't know how I did this week, bro. I don't know if it's looking good.
Let me tell you something. I haven't even looked in the papers. They're still sitting in the bag. I haven't even opened up the bag to even look at what's going on because I'm just relishing. I started off 4-0. I don't want to look at what happened after that. Cause,
what do you mean? You ain't start 4-0.
I did.
You know, I'm glad.
I went back to the tape, sir. I said Miami.
You just said you ain't look at no papers. You just said you didn't look at no papers.
Yeah, but I'm just talking about I went back to the tape. The first four games that was played before Friday, I'm 4-0. Everything after that, I haven't watched it. I haven't looked at it. But I know I lost a few of them.
So before we get into the scores in any games, man, I just want to start with Trizmo and the Panthers, man. You know, we'll start with them first because they lost to the Tennessee Titans, man, 10-17. They have one win this year with 9 losses, 10 losses. What they got?
Like 17 losses.
11.
You guys fired your head coach, man. How do you feel about that? Do you think that's a move in the right direction? Do you think the coach had anything to do with this? How do you feel about the move, Trizmo?
I guess Frank Wright, nigga, he's like he said, he's probably done with football. He could have been, but that's not our problem. Our problem's our fucking owner.
No, because he likes to fire coaches.
The Trizmo is absolutely right. I think
he likes to meddle in everyday affairs. He likes to think he's Jerry Jones. That's why this nigga's tricked off so many draft picks and stupid ass coaches because he thinks he knows what's best and he don't know shit about football.
Yes,
he just fired his other coach earlier this week too.
Yeah,
he coached for his soccer team.
Yeah, he don't know shit about sports, nigga. Man, rich motherfuckers think because I'm a business tycoon, I can just do this over here. Bitch ass niggas.
He fully guaranteed the coach, then he fire him, and he still got to pay him. So
I don't give a fuck about that.
But not only did he fire, he didn't just fire his head coach he didn't just fire Frank Wright. He fired the offensive coordinator, the quarterback coach, and the running back coach all today. And the special team coach is the interim coach. So he went on a whole firing spree today. They call it they said it was Temper's tornado or tornado temper.
Usually whoever's under the coach is the coach brought in. So usually everybody gets fired with that coach anyways.
And I think Levy Smith is now our offensive coordinator. Like, dog, that nigga sucked in Chicago. Like, man.
He did not. They fired that man on a winning season. He was like 10-6 when they fired him, or 11-5.
He didn't
He
do
had
too well.
one winning. He had one good season. One.
He didn't do too
He
good
had
with the
like two. He had two good seasons. He actually was doing good in Chicago, and they fired him. Nobody understood why they fired him in Chicago because he was the best coach Chicago had in a long time.
Well, was going to say I'm a firm believer if it ain't right at the top, and it has to at least be at the coaches, but especially if the owner, you don't ever have a dope owner, it starts with owner down. I think that's why Sacramento was having so many problems before they got good. They finally cleaned the whole house, had a new owner, new whole GM, everybody up top, man. You got to clean all them other cats out that ain't really there for the sport. That's there on some other shit and on some fan shit or whatever the case may be. So if you got a fucked up owner or a coach, your team is never going to do well. Period. You know what I'm saying?
No, not with Devin Tepper.
Period.
He stripped off so much shit and just thrown money at it, and
That's how you win. Look at the Yankees. Throw money at it, and it will get better.
No, the Yankees had their owners knew baseball. This nigga don't know football.
He don't at all. But look, I ain't gonna go too hard on your Panthers, man. Just hopefully it'll turn it around. You know what I'm saying? We'll see what's going on.
Since we talking about people released, let's keep it on some Las Vegas stuff. So Marcus Peters also was released today from the Las Vegas Raiders, and he was set down yesterday because he's old and he kept on getting burnt. And they released him because they said, we don't need you because you're trash, sir.
All right, so what are we talking about?
Huh?
He just going over people who got released too, you know what I'm saying?
Nigga's trash.
I'm just saying. Marcus Peters it was a name at one point in time in the NFL.
And Joe Burrow had surgery today too, so you know what I'm saying, he's gonna get that shit worked on. We did have a game tonight that was full of field goals. You know what I'm saying? Kickers did they thing, and guess what? Chicago came back and won in the last 10 seconds by what? A field goal. The Bears.
I think it was one touchdown that whole game because Hawkinson got a touchdown.
It was the only touchdown.
Oh, one touchdown. My apologies, y'all. My apologies.
There's one touchdown. That's it. That's how they got to 10. That's how they got to 10.
But the Bears beat the Vikings 12-10. You know what I mean?
No one cares.
Shout out to the homie Frank though, man. I don't know what happened, man. You know what I'm saying? But maybe if they had him as a wide receiver out there, they still wouldn't win. But it's all right. It's all right.
It was just a trash game.
Yeah, very, very.
And very cold and very trash.
Very cold and very trash. Huh. Next game we got coming up. Let me see. Waiting for this to load up. You know what I'm saying? Man, we got the Packers beat the Lions, man. I didn't expect this one, man. Goff ain't looking too swell, man. You know what I'm saying? Love actually looking real good, man. And they went out there and beat him in Detroit. You guys surprised by the outcome of that? Or no?
Yeah. I definitely was.
But I'm not surprised the Lions.
But I also picked the Packers for Tat.
He did.
You got to remember those are division games, man. So those all are to be a little tricky games. You know what I'm saying? And they always go at each other tough. You got to expect that shit out of those games.
If Tat never walked into the screen behind Mosky, I would have picked the Lions. But because he walked in the screen behind Mosky, I picked the Packers just for him.
Right? You gotta. Hey, that's God showing a sign. You got to see the signs, money. You got to pay attention to the signs. All right, next game we got coming up, y'all. The Commanders got smacked out by the Cowboys. We all know that was going to happen 10-45.
Oh, they fired their DC after that game.
Yeah. Watch out, Rivera, because you might be next. You know what I'm saying? Coming up soon, especially depending on what the Commanders do next. But Dallas, they always bully who they supposed to bully. You know what I'm saying? We got to see what Dallas could do against when they play against good teams. You know what I'm saying? That's where it's really at with Dallas. The Niners, they went out there and beat the Seahawks, man, 31-13. Another division game, but hey, Niners hot.
Bang, Niner gang.
Manny, any comments on that?
Plus. We did what I said we was gonna do, and I'm gonna need that 5 from Mosky and from Jason when all this plays out because I told them we're gonna run the table. in our division.
Dog, first off, you guys are an A plus plus team. But see, man, that's why I love, man. Y'all niggas ain't. All right? For real.
I'm just saying. We're gonna go undefeated in our division, like I called it.
Nope, you're going to lose to the Cardinals next week.
No.
Man, I know Niners fans are really confident right now. They got a lot to be confident about. So you know what? Go
And
ahead.
plus we play the Eagles
And,
next week. So
yeah, which is going to be a great game for both squads. And we'll get to the Eagles, man, because fourth game in a row they just came back and won.
Dog, they keep figuring it out.
please.
The
That
Dolphins,
messed my whole Sunday up.
The Dolphins beat the Jets 34-13. All predicted. Didn't know that was going to happen.
They found out that that Zach Wilson ain't the only trash quarterback on the Jets. Because Tim Boyle was just as bad.
Back in the building too. I don't know if he's going to play or anything like that, but he's supposed to be back in the building. Like I don't know if he's working out or what.
Who, Aaron Rodgers?
Aaron Rodgers, I heard, was supposed to be back in the building.
How is he going to play on that Achilles that he thinks that got spiritually healed?
Hey, because I heard through the grapevine that nigga lied. He was never hurt.
Yeah, we heard that too. But he better be like Justin Jefferson if he is hurt and wisen up and just go ahead and make sure it's fully 100% healed because ain't nothing worth coming back this year and fucking up the rest of your shit. Even though Aaron Rodgers, you don't have too much left, years left, but come on,
Who
the
the
Jets. Huh?
So who's yelling?
It's probably I got some people here. You know what I'm saying? A couple people here, but it's all good. Next game we got is the Saints and the Falcons, man. The Falcons beat the Saints 24-15. They put Riddler back in there. Ritter, you know, ain't got too much to say about that game. And NFC South is really
Falcons is number one in that division.
Falcons are number one. They're 5-6, and the Bucks are 4-7. So I guess they're third place. I mean, that division is terrible right now. So any team that goes out of that division and goes to the playoffs, even
I told you, I don't believe in any team in my division. Not just being a hater.
I said Atlanta was going to win that division.
Unless one of these teams just win out the rest of the games for the rest of the season, then I'll be like, all right, they hot right now. But until then, I'm not really worried about that. So
listen.
Next game we got is the Steelers. Keep figuring out how to win. They went down and beat the Bengals 16-10. The Bengals didn't have Joe Burrow though, but the Steelers, man, they win ugly, man. But they come back and they win, bro. They were down and they came back in the fourth quarter. You know what I'm saying?
TJ Watt, let's take your hat off to him. It was a strip fumble. He picked it up and ran it in for the touchdown to win the game.
Okay. So yeah, man. Shout out to the Pittsburgh Steelers. I mean, hey, a win is a win. I don't care if it's ugly or not. I take a whole bunch of ugly wins over losses all day. You know what I'm saying? All day. Next game we got is the Jaguars, man. They beat the Texans by a field goal, man, 24-21. That was a good game. I thought the Texans was going to win that one because they were hot, man. But, you know, that was a good bounce back game for the Jaguars because they lost the previous week from that. So,
he kicked the field goal. It hit off the front of the field goal post, like right at the crossbar. It hit off that, and it bounced back out instead of bouncing over.
Like that, if that's the way you miss it and you lose the game, I'm not mad because that's just it happens. But nigga, like if the kick goes wide right or something or some stupid shit happens,
it was right there, just hit the crossbar, and you know that's a 50-50 when it hits the crossbar. Sometimes it rolls over, sometimes it bounces out. His bounces out. I'm like, oh, I know they hurt. I know they're sick.
That's almost as it can.
They would have decided with that field goal, not to say that they would have won the game, because still would have had to go to overtime, whatever the case is. So, you know, it is what it is, man. But Texans still, they out there doing their thing. Stroud, Trizmo, I know you probably wish you would have got him, but damn, you guys didn't. Next game.
All right, why would I want him for? Nigga, we whooped him. Don't make sense.
Even though Houston is playing really, really good, if the playoffs was to start right now, the Colts will actually be in the playoffs in the wild card, not Houston.
Yeah, because of last week. And speaking of the Colts, that's the next game we're going to talk about is the Colts against the Buccaneers. Bucks went down there to Indianapolis and got smacked out, lost 20-27. Too many drop passes, man. You know what I'm saying? Too many drop passes, especially third downs, end zones. You did it 2 weeks in a row. I'm seeing it happen. Hey, Baker, You're not that bad of a quarterback, bro. You're actually out there, doing your thing, and came back from actually
He's
being
trash.
injured, being hurt. I ain't saying you're good. I mean, you're great and one of the top 10, but I'm saying you're not the reason why the Buccaneers are losing. To be honest with you, that's them
Well,
dropping.
y'all let Jonathan Taylor come and score 2 touchdowns that game. So
Yeah, I mean, yeah, we got defense. 27 to me is a lot of points. You got to hold that down at 21. You know what I'm saying, at max, and 30 points. We gotta turn the ship around. But hey, 4-7. If y'all gonna lose, then lose. All right, so you can get somebody good. Don't be mediocre and stuck in the middle and just be like, what I'm saying, really can't improve. You know what I'm saying? If you're gonna lose, then lose. But if you're gonna win, then start winning, because NFC South is wide the fuck open. You're only one game out of first place, so get some dubs in. Next game we got is the Patriots. They lost to the Giants, man, 7-10.
that was probably worse than the game tonight.
Yeah, that was definitely not an entertaining game. You know what I'm saying? But the Giants did do that thing. They came back and they won with a field goal in the fourth quarter. But there was only like touchdowns scored on each team throughout the game. So yeah, not a very entertaining.
There's so many garbage teams this year.
Question. Y'all think they should let Belichick should go after this year or what?
I don't care.
Mac
They
Jones
suck.
is out of there though. So anybody needs a quarterback, Mac Jones will be available
Who?
after this year. Mac Jones.
What if I'm Belichick and I ask for one more year? Will you give me one more year?
Well,
Yeah.
he already signed a contract extension in the offseason.
Okay. All right.
And
So
that's
you
A
go.
big one.
All right. I mean, well, the owners could always be like, "Here, I'll still pay you the rest of your shit, but you're fine. We get another coach," which I think would be not dope. But you're like your coach, Trizmo, they still finna pay him all the bread because they
Yeah,
have
because
to.
he's fully guaranteed. He got a
our
fully
last
guaranteed
two
contract.
coaches are still going to be getting paid.
That's crazy, but that's
But you
crazy.
know what? You know what would be really really dope
Panthers
if
money. Yeah, fire.
Robert Kraft fired Belichick and then give him a lifetime supply of Kraft macaroni and cheese as a going
Wow.
away present. That would be dope.
The 1-10 Panthers, we already went over this. They lost to the Titans 10-17. The Rams division game went out there and smacked the Cardinals 37-14. You know what I mean?
Damn, that's hella.
Yeah, Cardinals are 2-10. They about to be fighting with Trizmo over the first pick. But if you guys traded your pick away, so the Bears, I think, is first pick.
Yep.
Yep.
Next game we got is the Broncos against the Browns. Man, they actually won. Man, the Broncos is out here getting hot. Man, they 6-5. They beat the Browns 29-12. But the Browns don't have Deshaun. But Broncos
They also didn't have Myles Garrett. Myles Garrett got hurt that game.
Yep. They ain't got nothing.
But Broncos defense, I mean, not to discredit Cleveland, though, they did have those missing parts. But Broncos defense and Russell Wilson in the offense, man, they look like they finally starting to click, man, and getting the ship rolling in the right direction at the right time, man. I think if the Broncos keep winning, man, they might really surprise a couple teams because they were supposed to be really, really, really good. And all those L's at the beginning of the season made a lot of people turn their head. But
the Broncos are never supposed to be really, really, really good.
Nah, the defense, the Broncos are supposed to be like a quarterback away. That's why if they can get Aaron Rodgers type shit down. Yeah, they were supposed to be about a quarterback away.
It was. But the whole team turned around when Russell Wilson told Sean Payton, F you, man, when Sean Payton kept on telling me his fault that they was losing. He was like, F you. And then the rest of the team was like, oh, Russ can cuss. And we're gonna play for him. And then they start winning. They're on a 5-game winning streak right now.
5-game winning streak, Broncos. Watch out, man. You might get trampled. You see when them Broncos coming through. Y'all be careful. But yeah, man, shout out to the Broncos doing their thing. Next game we got is the Chiefs against the Raiders. The Chiefs came out to Las Vegas, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to the homie for the tickets, you feel me? 30-17, you feel me? Mahomes did his thing. Raiders, they were winning, you know what I'm saying, at a point in time. But then after that, KC came.
By the time we got to our seats, it was 7-0. And then we seen Josh Jacobs with that 63-yard run. We seen that. And then Patrick Mahomes came back. And it's like they knew he was going to throw to Kelsey 99.9% of the time. But they couldn't stop him from throwing to Kelsey at all.
Yeah, that's the problem.
Doing what he wanted to do. And when it got 14-14 going in the half, I told Jason and Unc, I said, you know what? This game is over. It's a wrap. By the time me and Jason came back from outside after halftime, they had already scored again. So it was 21
Yeah, they
14.
scored. Yeah.
Yeah, and they just kept on doing what they wanted to do. So it
Hey,
was
if you came there for the Chiefs, you were highly entertained. You know what I'm saying?
yeah. And
Highly
and
entertained.
and people don't know how to read because I was there in my San Francisco gear and everybody was like, "Oh, you have a good quarterback. Did y'all won this game by accident?" Bro, it says
'Cause
San
no one
Francisco on my
cares
hat.
about the 49ers.
Everybody cares about the 49ers.
That's why you're wearing 49ers gear. No one cared to acknowledge it.
We're not even the same color as the
And yet
Chiefs.
they still did not acknowledge you. Isn't that
Because they was
amazing?
drunk and they was Raiders fans. So that's an awful combination.
Whatever you want to say, dog, they don't know who the fuck you is and they don't believe you.
They
So
was in there. They was in there dancing to "Shake It Like a Cholo." I don't want to talk to them.
they
Listen,
lean like a cholo. You don't shake it like a cholo. Oh,
It's whatever like a cholo.
you don't
listen,
know shit. That's why you're a Niners fan. I get it.
back to these scores. Stay focused, gentlemen. Stay focused. Bills and the Eagles, man. Dope ass game. The Bills actually could have put it away, man, but I don't know if it was Josh Allen's fault. I don't know if it was Davis's fault, but one on one, wide open, he threw the
It was
ball.
Josh Allen. It was Josh Allen because he threw the ball. He threw the ball the wrong. He knew he was going to go to the corner. Why you throw the other way, dummy?
Yeah, I do believe if Josh Allen would have just waited one more second, he would have seen him go hit the out, and he would have hit him. But he was wide open either way it went. If he would have went in, he would have been wide open, or if he would have went out. But Josh Allen threw the ball in. Therefore, the Eagles got the ball back, and Jalen went down there and did his thing and actually ran it in and scored. You know what I'm saying? And the Eagles won that game.
They
And
just let the Eagles run the whole field. They didn't stop them doing nothing. They let them do whatever they wanted to do. I was looking at it on my phone, and I was so upset
Hey,
because I wanted the
that's
Bills to
why
beat the Eagles.
I don't doubt the Eagles no more because they some way, somehow find a way to get it done.
Oh, I don't think it's them. I think it's the other teams. Just be like, you know
Even if
what?
they make the other teams
I'm gonna
play
give you this
for.
win. I'm going to give you this win. I don't think no. They just be like, I'm gonna give you this win because I just want you to be a trash 9-1 team or 10-1 team, whatever you are. But that's okay because the buck stops Sunday night when they go down. We'll talk about it more later this week.
yes, sir. Yes, sir. Last game we talking about, and I'm gonna give you an update on that night's game. We'll check that out. The Ravens beat the Chargers 20-10. You know what I'm saying? Ravens are 9-3. They did their thing. That's another one of the few I got right this past Sunday. Golly, I did bad. But you know what I'm saying? Lamar, of course, went out there, did decent, you know what I mean? Good game. But everybody's asking for the Chargers coach to be fired. I don't think he should be fired.
Yes,
But I mean, 4-7.
yes.
That's what the
You don't
Bucks
think
are.
he need to be fired?
I mean,
They
shit.
could have they could have got to the playoffs 2 years ago when they was playing the Raiders. All they had to do was tie the game. They was tied. He
That's
wanted
the
to go
case.
in overtime.
If that's the case, then you should have fired him 2 years ago. But I'm not finna. I understand that's a bird sitting on the shoulder, like you know what I'm saying. It probably can make you mad, but same time, I see other coaches doing worse. They ain't talking about they getting fired, but one of them already did get fired. And Todd Bowles is 4-7. And if he got fired, I wouldn't be that mad, but that's because I don't like him as a head coach. I like him as a defensive coordinator. So that mixed feelings. So, you know,
He needs to be fired because he's a hindrance to that squad and to that quarterback.
think so?
Yes.
Man,
Not yet. Not yet. Not yet. What you think, Trizmo? You think he should be fired?
but that's hard now. Do I like him? Nope. Do I think he's doing a good job? Nope. But they've kept him this long. Like like you wasted so many years of Western College career. Like, what's the point? Like I that's like he's not terrible, but you already missed like Herbert's. Like he ain't gonna be that man no more because of you. So you might as well keep him like at a B plus, a B, and you guys can be a pretty decent team sometimes. But they're not gonna win nothing. I don't believe that.
Mm,
They
mm.
they they probably will win if they get a better coach.
I believe it. If they do have a better coach, they probably would be a better team, man. But I mean,
Because
I
they
know
have
they
players. They
lost
got
a
players, but
couple
I don't.
close ones.
But no matter who they had, even with Philip there, they just for some reason they just can't get right.
Even when they find my man Marty. Well, before we get out of here, man, I don't want to get out of here on some bad news, but I'm gonna have to get out of here on some bad news, man, because I told you I was gonna give you the update, man. But if you can't tell by my attitude, we lost in this overtime, 2-1 to the Rams, man.
Hey, remember overtime don't count, so it don't matter.
Still another overtime loss though, and I don't like it, overtime or regular losses. You know what I'm saying? A loss, I don't like them. Period. But
In
that's the
hockey, a loss ain't a loss though.
huh?
Not in hockey.
Overtime
In
loss
hockey,
don't
a loss
count
ain't a loss. It's an
on an
overtime
on
loss.
an overall record. Overtime
That's what I
loss
just
don't
said.
count.
It's an overtime loss, but I don't like even overtime losses. But it's all good, man. Win. Because guess what? If you go to overtime in playoffs, that shit counts. All right, that shit counts.
But we ain't in the
But
playoffs right now, so it don't count regular season.
gotta make good habits. You have to make.
Make
All right,
make the circumstances.
make it happen. All right, man. Look, I ain't got too much more to talk about. Anything else y'all want to touch in before we? I mean, touch on before we get out.
Nah,
Nope.
man.
Nah, man. All right, Trizmo, weatherman. Tell them peace out there, man. I'm gonna start with you.
Hey, thank you everyone for tuning in. Thank Armando. Shout out Manny. Shout out Chrome. Sorry, little Asia wasn't here. Unc, I don't know where he be at. I didn't call him. I ain't gonna lie, but he ain't here. But man, everyone stay safe. Happy holiday. Just know it's cold in these streets, and if you ain't built for it, stay in the heat. And I'm out. Go ahead, young Manny.
Hey, it was a great Monday. Always cool with the family, talking these sports and everything else that we do. You feel what I'm saying? Holidays is over, so I don't know what Tristan was talking about, but man, y'all be safe.
Holidays is over. You don't know what I'm talking about. There's not. Oh my.
Holidays is over, but I don't know what he's talking about. But y'all be safe out here in these
The
streets.
biggest holiday of the
It's
year is
Monday. Hope y'all had a great day
that's why he's a
starting
fucking
work,
Niners fan.
and just
Don't know shit.
have a great week. See y'all Wednesday and then Friday. Shout out
Don't
to
fucking know shit.
Armando. Shout out to Jay. I'll make sure I bring
The
you
holiday
something
season's
to
over. You know
eat,
the biggest one
little
hasn't happened.
problems or whatever like that. Shout out to Unc.
It's
Thank you,
even
Unc,
built like
for
the fucking
driving us
Christmas
to the
thing.
game. You know what I'm saying? And that's it. Peace, love, and hair grease, y'all.
Peace, love,
I
and
ain't
hair.
got no here. But I do got me.
All right, y'all, man. Manny, Trishmo, I appreciate y'all, man. JCash, hope you get better soon. Unc, I don't know what you're doing, but you know what I'm saying. Much love. Hopefully you're safe out there. Mondo, big dog, appreciate you. GSS production, you know what it is, man. Great show, y'all. We're gonna do it again Wednesday, man. We will be giving out predictions for the upcoming games. You know what I mean? Talking about everything going on, and we will be going over the end season tournament because I think there will be probably a couple more teams that can't clinch a couple more spots in that tournament coming up on Tuesday. So we'll keep y'all updated on that, man. I ain't got too much more to say, man. We're gonna catch y'all Wednesday, man. But you know,
And
this
I'll
is
have I'll
go
have
ahead.
this week's record too on Wednesday.
Okay, and then we'll go over this week's record too, man. But once again, make sure y'all tune in Wednesday about 7-8 o'clock on GSS Productions. We'll show y'all. It'll pop up. I'll share it to y'all. But this is Sports Talk Raw, y'all, where we smoke, we drink, we keep it real, and we tell y'all how we feel about these sports, man. So until Wednesday, man, how's it go, y'all? Fin, fin,
Fan,
Fan.
fan.
Damn, you suck, man.
Trishmo is
You know
on.
what, Mosky? I'm gonna fight you.
Please don't do that, dog. I don't want to, man. No, we're both old. You gonna like fuck up your hip, throw out a shoulder. You gonna be all bruised up. You light skinned, and you gonna look real bad. Black eyes. Don't do it. I'm out.